Yeah, Mathieu, so you are going through a very difficult situation, challenges, crisis. What was so far the most difficult decision you had to take?
Without a doubt, it was with regards to our personnel. When you had to inform some of our staff members who had been here with us for just a couple of weeks or a couple of months that their contract would not be extended and had to be cut. That was certainly a difficult decision. The other difficult part was to explain our management team that we would have to implement some furlough, which would mean working from home 1-2 days a week, depending on the positions, with the required salary cuts. So this was not an easy task. However, again, because this COVID-19 is so powerful and is taking so much importance in our life, I have to say everyone would show a lot of understanding. So this would make our job much easier.
Yeah, Mathieu, also, when we go through a crisis, so it's not business as usual. Did you have to use any skills different in terms of leadership?
I wouldn't say I had to use new skills. I would say that I probably enhanced some of my skills, typically my communication skills. I've never been someone who was used to work to conduct conference calls. And I've become a master on that since we're doing a lot of those video calls on a regular basis. So no new skills, but enhancing some skills. And I would say communication is definitely one. Being so often touching on salary topics with some of my team members, I would also require a lot of diplomacy and psychology. So these are also two skills that I had to use on a much more frequent basis than in the last 12 months, for instance. Now, on a personal level, a skill that I had to use much more was how to take care of the house. But that's not professional. That's more private. How to use the dishwasher and how to use the pool vacuum cleaner. But that's another topic.
Excellent. So you're becoming a better man. So if I summarize, communication in terms of business, diplomacy. Yeah. So Mathieu, during this period, what did you miss the most since the beginning of the crisis?
Well, without a doubt, if I'm a hotelier, it's because I decided to go into this industry to meet people, whether they are our associates, whether they are our guests, whether they are all stakeholders around the hotel. And this is what I miss the most, the fact that I'm no longer in a position to shake hands, to greet my guests, welcome them, bid farewell to them. This is certainly a big loss in my day-to-day job. And that's what I would miss the most, indeed. You may talk to your staff or some of them on a daily basis. It's certainly not the same. So yeah, the human contact. No doubt.
Okay. Mathieu, what did you learn so far from this crisis?
I certainly learned to be patient. This crisis is developing day after day. We see new things coming up in the news. So, and we do not necessarily see the end of it. So I certainly learned to be patient with this crisis, and every day brings its load of information. The other thing I learned is do communicate, but do not over-communicate. Just because what you said on Tuesday could be totally wrong on Wednesday. So it's good to keep the contact with your team and communicate from what you've learned from the past few days. Do not make any specific forecast that could be totally wrong in the next days, just because things have not developed the way you were anticipating them to. So yeah, I would say patience, do communicate, but do not over-communicate. That's what I learned from this.
Yeah, it's interesting because we have to be very humble. In this situation, nobody really knows what will be the future, and it's very difficult to commit too much. Yeah, you're right, totally. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.